This is the first time I've slept in the woods, and it's cool. I thought maybe camping in the woods would feel quite dangerous for some reason, but actually I feel really safe in here. It's Devon, so I'm not exactly going to run into, a cobra, am I? Worst thing I'm going to run into here is like a mole or a badger. Bloody love to run into a badger. This constant sound, like, it sounds a little bit like traffic, but I think it's just the wind constantly going through the trees. Oh, I might be near a brook or something. So once I get to Lynmouth this afternoon, I'm going to start the Coleridge way. As in Coleridge, the romantic English poet. A lot of his work was inspired by Exmoor, the woods and the fields, the rivers and stuff. So yeah, it's supposed to be a really, really amazing trail. Slightly longer than the South West Coast path. I think it's about 10 miles longer. But ponies, apparently. Streams and that. Time to spring into action. Look at that. 3 peacocks. Just chilling. Always wanted to see a peacock, and now 3. Do the plumage thing! I wanted to do a video yesterday, but I mean, I don't know if you read the my post last night. I did this little blog thing. Yesterday was, I don't know, I think I'm going to write it off. I just woke up in the morning feeling really, really anxious about everything, and I couldn't really shake it all day. Which wouldn't have made for very entertaining viewing, I've got to say. But I do think it's important to talk about it, given that, this is what it's all about. Anxiety, man, it's a pain in the arse. It's so irrational, it's so, you can't apply logic when you're feeling like that. You can try, but the anxiety is just like, no, you're wrong, that's not true, you're not going to be fine, you're going to get killed, and no one's going to find you. Which, shut up, anxiety. I'm still not entirely sure where the anxiety comes from, but that's anxiety, isn't it? That's why it's good to talk about it, because people can set your mind at rest. They can remind you of things that you should be thinking about, which is just what a lot of people have done after I posted yesterday. So thank you all for those kind words. That really gave me a lift this morning. It's so important to actually talk and try and articulate what you're feeling in those anxious moments, because your brain's not going to do you any favours, so let someone else's brain. Let someone else reassure you. I mean, sometimes people can be annoying when you talk about anxiety and go like, oh, just stop worrying about it, stop worrying about it. And that's the worst thing that someone can say to someone who has anxiety. It's just like, stop worrying about it. It's like, oh yeah, it's that easy, is it? Oh, okay, yeah, I've been worrying about it the whole time. Fine, I'll just stop thinking about it. God, why didn't I ever think of that? It's hard not to let it eat you up and completely consume you. I know that. But if you do need to escape it, mindfulness. Just start being mindful of the things around you. And like I said the other day, it'll it'll all disappear, sort of, at least temporarily, and at least you're sort of letting go of it for that minute, and you feel a little bit more in control. If you can do mindfulness, if you've tried it and you can do it, or you haven't yet, then do, because your anxiety isn't worth anything. So there's no point in hanging on to it if you don't have to. So I'm in Linton, which is a lovely little spot, and I'm going to wrap it up there, head into the Coleridge Way after I've stopped somewhere to charge my phone. I've got the feeling that once I get fully into Exmoor, that there's not going to be much in the way of 3G, 4G, whatever we're on now. So you might not hear from me for a couple of days. Don't panic, obviously. One thing I was going to say was I've been getting some really nice messages from people and nice comments and stuff, asking me questions about my trip and about anxiety and about mental health and that kind of thing. So maybe in the comments section of this video, then shoot me any questions you like, and the next video I'll do, I'll try and answer some of them for you. All right, getting really into the vlog pattern now, aren't I? Hope everyone's well, and see you in a couple of days.